on here, Expendable Mike. Welcome to everyone that tunes in. Now today's going to be slightly different. Okay, it should be a one-off. But basically, everyone that's been subscribed to me knows me in the servers from Discord. Knows. Basically, I've been having a bit of a rough time recently. I've recently finished my channel, so there's no game content anymore. There isn't meant to be any live streams coming through either, but today I felt like I needed to. My friends are all on Discord, and everyone there, the people that I kind of want to talk to. So I'm hoping everyone tunes in. To my one viewer at the minute, thank you, welcome. Hopefully I can sort this live chat. So guys, what's up? Insomniac, how you doing, dude? So basically guys, recently my life has been kind of turned upside down. I messed up a lot of that. That's down to me. It's my mistakes. I have to live with that. However, today I've had news that I can't affect. Okay, I can't change the shit that's happening, no matter how much I wish I could, and it sucks. It sucks so much. What's up, Eddie? How you doing? So basically, guys, for those of you that don't know, my granddad has dementia. He's got to a point. Thank you, Spazzo. He's got to a point where he doesn't remember me. What's up, Geronimo? He doesn't remember me. And now we found out that he has cancer of the stomach. He has 2 tumours. So we don't know how long he's got left. Now, for me, I'm torn. Like, I want the suffering to end for him. Like, my nan passed away 7 years ago. My granddad, Spaz, found out today. So his whole world. Like, I mean, he rode in the Queen's Royal Cavalry, and he then met my grandma, and that turned his life around. He finished that. They brought a house together. They were married for 60 god years. And when she passed away, she took everything with her. Like, he was never the same again. And to see the man that I always knew as the strong, solid man that could never be beaten, and he's now become this shell of the person he was. He can't do birthdays for himself. Like, he doesn't know people's birthdays. He doesn't know phone numbers. And now the dementia set in. He doesn't remember his family, like the people that are left. Like, I mean, me and him have had a fist fight. Basically, he's tried to strike me because he's fallen down. I went to help him, and he just doesn't remember who I am. So he thinks it's this stranger coming into his house trying to pick him up, and I'm trying Insomniac. And then say today this news that he's got these 2 tumours in his stomach. Hit me harder than since anything since I lost my nan. Like, my nan was the only person that I've ever lost that I loved. I've lost people that I've known, but for someone that I love, she was the first person. And now knowing sometime probably pretty soon, like, my granddad's gonna go, especially over this period, it sucks. And my thoughts are with everyone. Everyone has like this fucking horrible, horrible disease affecting their lives one way or another, whether it's through them, whether it's through family. Okay, my thoughts are with each and every one of you, because I, 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 I don't know how to cope with it. In all honesty, with everything else going on, I mean, I see my son. I try to see my son every week. I'm going out of work, and now this bombshell hits, and for everyone that's going through it, okay, everyone that's going through it, whether it's affected you or whether it's affected someone you know or love, okay, my thoughts are with you, because that's what it needs to be. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, this is my second ever live stream, and so I am in a position where I messed up my life. I messed up my life pretty big, and I could have changed that. That was down to me. Whereas something like this, I have no control over, and it sucks. It sucks that I cannot. I can literally do nothing to change it, nothing to help. Like, people have asked, is it treatable? No, it's not treatable. Okay, like, my granddad was barely getting out of bed as it is. Like, that may have been the cancer already, but he's literally a shell of that man that I knew. And I'll always remember, those good times, like times where he caught me under the table with a turkey drumstick. Well, like when I was my second or third birthday, I keep hearing stories about. But to try to remember that when you go see him, and he stares at you blankly because he doesn't know who you are. He's seen my grandson, his grandson, my great grandson, a few times. Like, my sister has a son, so he's seen him a few times. He's seen my son a few times, and that is great because I've got a picture of me, my son, my granddad, and my dad, the 4 generations, and that's obviously going to always be with me. And if I ever lose that, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Like, but guys, for everyone that's suffering at this time of year, when everything's meant to be happy and it brings everyone together, I know that sometimes it brings people apart for whatever reason. And for those people, all I say is try to stay strong. Like, I'm trying my best, and my brothers on YouTube, Insomniac TV, Toxic TV, Mr. Opinionated, Supernova, Lone Wolf, MMA, those boys have all helped me through the shit that I've caused, and I know they'll still be here for me through the shit that I can't control. But guys, hold everyone that you love close. Make sure that you appreciate the time you get with each other, because God forbid one day things change. Um, and things can change so quick, so quick. I mean, when my nan passed away, I'd gone to Wales with my girlfriend at the time. I skipped work. I pulled a sickie. Told my parents that I've got a holiday booked. It's fine. I'll get over there. Monday morning, I get a phone call saying, "Oh, yeah, your grandma's been taken to hospital. She's okay. Don't need to worry." Like I asked, "Do I need to come back?" They were like, "No, no, 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 no. It's fine. Like she'll be all right." Tuesday morning rolls around, 8 o'clock. I get a phone call to wake me up, and she'd passed away in her sleep. And that's how quick it can be. 1 minute they're there, next minute they're gone. Um, and it sucks. It sucks that life's like that. It really does. Like, how can life be that flippant that you can literally not talk to someone for 1 minute and they could be gone forever? Like, I know people have their ideas of afterlife and heaven, and I don't begrudge anyone for that. Like, any idea that comes to people is fantastic, because I unfortunately I don't believe that there is that there. Um, so knowing that they're gone, for me, is that they're gone. Like, I will never see those people again. Like, I will have memories of them. Um, it's it's just hard to know what to do now. Like, Insomniac knows, like a few people know, I don't have anything around here. I have my family. I have my mum, my dad, my two sisters. I have a nephew. I have my son. Um, and that's pretty much about it. I don't have many close friends around me. Does it though? Does it all have a meaning? My biggest thing is for those people that are around after, those people that are still here when you are gone and that have had you in their lives. What do they do? Like, how do you process it? I've I've You're right, Scott. How you doing, dude? Because I keep running through things in my head, and that's all I've been doing. It just keeps going through over and over. And my thing is, why try to look after myself? And it sounds stupid. Like, why? But why look after myself when something can just come along and completely obliterate everything that you hold closest. Like, my family, my friends, they're everything to me. Like, they make me who I am. Without them, I don't know who I am. Like, there is nothing. I've lost friends. I've and new friends come in, but the friends that are there, and they're always there, that they become family, and they become part of you. You see, but is it a legacy? Like, my granddad, when he was in the Queen's Royal Cavalry, he rode behind the Queen's carriage for her coronation. Um, for me, that's massive. Like, but everyone, everyone that was there would have forgotten by now. Like, I'm gonna try to remember it. I'm gonna pass it on to my son Lucas, and I'm gonna pass it on as far as I can. And I want there to be a legacy because he deserves one. Like, and I guarantee most of the people that pass away, they do, and people don't hear their stories. I mean, that's one thing I always wanted to do. When I was a kid, I always wanted to make sure I did something that people would remember me for. And now I realise it's not what everyone else remembers. It's what people close to you remember. Unfortunately, I've done a lot where people are going to remember me badly. I've got to make sure that my son never remembers me for anything I've messed up. Like, I'll hold my hands up. I've made so many mistakes. I want to make sure people remember me for the right reasons. And I want to make sure people remember my pap and my grandma for those right reasons. People, their stories should be told for the world to hear, not just for the people that are close to them, but for the people that don't know the greatness that they've missed. Like, and Insomniac, you're right, we are just moments. We're moments in history where there was a person, and when we go, there isn't a person. So that's the be all and end all. People ask that question all the time. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to live, reproduce, and die. That is unfortunately the meaning of life. We can't do anything about that. There are these rare moments where people can make a difference. And unfortunately, the modern world that we're in, people don't make the right decision most of the time. Like you see, or you hear about these stories where bad things are happening. There's fights. There's, like, God forbid, school shootings over in America. All this crap is going on, and the first thing people do is just grab their mobile phone, start filming. Why don't these people take that step? Step up, become something that people will remember. People will take notice. But the problem is, people that do that don't get remembered. They'll have a news story written about them for a day. Okay? They are remembered in a fleeting moment, and then it's gone. No matter how good that person did, like what they did, they can sacrifice everything for people they don't even know. The greatest deed that there is. and it's gone. And it's that just drives me insane. Yeah, absolutely right. And the biggest problem is the fact there is so many bad people in the world. Okay, I'm not just talking about like terrorists and crap like that, because at the end of the day, that sounds stupid, but they've got beliefs and things. They go about it the wrong way, but there are other bad people out there. People that want to make people's lives a misery for no reason whatsoever, other than for their own pleasure. Now, those people are messed up. And those great people out there just get overshadowed because everyone wants to know about those bad people and what they've done. I would spazzo, but I've got a cold. But yeah, the problem is, bad people will always be the talk, because thanks, Eddie. No worries, spazzo. And the good people, we can stick together. We can stick together. We can tell the stories of what the good have done. The problem is, those moments will get lost. And it sucks to be doing a video like this, like at this time of the year. I mean, I'm literally sitting on my doorstep in probably about 1 degree Celsius. For you Americans, I think it's like 37 degrees, maybe, Fahrenheit. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But yeah, I've got Christmas lights across the road. And I'm sitting here doing a video about all the shit in the world. Thanks, Insomniac. So I always thought freezing was 36 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's cool. I mean, it might be below, I don't know. Thanks, Supernova. But guys, I'm looking for advice. I don't know if I'm looking for advice or what. It's just I wanted to talk, and I wanted to talk to my friends, and the only way I can get all my friends, Insomniac, stop stalking me. Okay, no worries, Supernova. Random Supernova person. That's definitely not Eddie. The thing is, I don't know what made me want to do a video. Other than the fact I wanted to talk to my friends, and the best way to do it at the minute is just to do a stream, and my friends will be here. I know that. Like seeing everyone here. No, because Insomniac, that's where mum or dad will be standing there behind me or something, and I'll fucking start freaking out. The problem is, Geronimo, I don't even know what I want to say. So far it's been pretty much 25 minutes of me just rambling about crap and how much I wish you could change shit. I know, Danny. Because the thing is, I want to do something great. I want to do something that I can be remembered for the right reasons. I'm quite liking the live chat thing. Insomniac, I think I was there for those. I'm gonna go through my house now, so you have to bear with me, guys. They do Insomniac. That's why I keep saying you should do them again. Can't feel my feet. You'll have to excuse the decor of the room, guys. It's currently where I'm staying, in a room that's painted as a desert island. But yeah. So guys, what's your advice? How do you cope with something that you can't change that's gonna completely affect your world? Because at the minute I'm completely lost. How do you keep your head held high and keep marching forward when the only thing life wants to do is kick you in the balls, knock you down, and tells you to keep going? Because you can only take so much, surely. Yeah, pretty much, Geronimo. Because that's what life is. People say it wants to test you. I've never been good at tests. In fact, I sucked at them. The fact I got through this far in life is down to people around me. At the minute, my head keeps getting lower and lower each day. Trying to think about it does not exist. Because at the minute, it's just constant. Whether it's one thing or another, it's constantly getting kicked down and down. Don't get me wrong, I'm never going to do anything stupid. I've been there. No risk, I've been there, done it, or attempted it. and afterwards it didn't feel right. Well, this is the thing, Insomniac. Everything in my power is not going to change anything now. That's the bottom line of it. I wish it could. And in all honesty, I wish I could just make my life mission just to make the bad crap go away. Whether it's illness, the actions of the few people that want to see the world burn for whatever reason they have. But something just to stop some of that pain that people have to feel day in, day out. Like, I know my friends have always got my back. My true friends. They'll always be there. They'll always be there for me. The thing is, I don't know how to turn things into a positive. Like, my most positive thing is my son. I love him to pieces. He's pretty much what's kept me going. And for people that ever approach me, I'll always take time to try to help where I can and use my experiences as a guide. And then it's down to them whether they want to use that or throw it away. Yeah, so I know, brother. I know, brother, and I appreciate that. Thing is, hey, Mr. O, how you doing, dude? Not so much Festive Blues, mate, no. Okay, for any new people that are tuning in, found out today that my granddad has cancer of the stomach. He has 2 tumours. He's also currently in a home from dementia. And I don't know how to deal with it. So it's a stream to seek advice, maybe. But basically talk to my friends. Like, I've messaged a few people, tell them about it. They've all said the same thing. Basically, I don't know what to say. And you can't say anything, and I know that. But to know people are tuning in, and Mr. O, it's okay. It's at a point now where, as horrible as it sounds, I kind of want his suffering to be over. Everything he's been through for the last few years. He doesn't he doesn't deserve what's happening. He's a good man. He's never done anything wrong. And yet, he has got to a point where you can tell he's given up. But at the same time, he doesn't want to go. And, like, they've been telling me that the only thing they can do is give him painkillers and try and make him as comfortable as possible. Now, from what I know of dementia, there's not a whole lot there. There is no being comfortable. Like, my granddad's a Christian. He helped run a chapel with my grandma before she passed. I know he believes that he's going to go see her when he does pass. THC, I would, dude. Unfortunately, he doesn't know who I am. And I know one day I'm going to wake up and that's cool, you know what I mean. One day I'm going to wake up and he's going to be gone. Just like my grandma, and just like everyone will be one day. And I know there's nothing I can change that. But the fact I can't comfort him, I can't see him and bring him happiness, that's the bit that gets me. Last I went over to see him, saw my son, with my dad. And my granddad had the blankest stare on his face. He didn't realise who I was. He didn't really realise who his great grandson was. And I've heard stories where before they pass, everything comes flooding back, and that brings me hope, kind of, I suppose, that he will remember me at some point before he goes. And he will remember the fact he has a great grandson who's gonna be there. And I really hope it's true, because to think of him going without remembering me, that sucks so bad. Because I love him to pieces. And I'm going to make sure his great grandson's going to remember him. I'm going to make sure that his story is told with my family. there is that moment of clarity at some point, because I want him to remember how much I love him. Because every time I leave him, I'm in tears, knowing that it could be the last time. And I don't want it to be. I want him to be. I want my son to remember, be able to see him and remember him at some point. Like, for the first time today, I saw my son have his first meal. I wasn't there for it. He had his baby rice. He didn't approve. But knowing that my son will never get to the point where he will get to meet his great granddad and remember it. And the only times he has ever seen him, he's been in a home, in a room that I can literally lay down in and pretty much touch wall to wall. Is not how I want people to remember him, especially his great grandson. Because he is a great man. He is. Even now, he doesn't remember. He remembers how he used to break in horses. And meeting my grandma for the first time. He remembers all of that. He just doesn't remember me. He doesn't remember his own son. And to know he's never going to remember that. For anyone that has loved ones in places where they can't see them or have been taken away by life for whatever reason, my thoughts are with each and every one of you. Yeah, Daddy, I've told you what I need to do the other day. I need to go out and punch something. I want to go out, find the bad people in the world, find for people that make other people's lives hell. I don't want to punish them. No, I can't do that without being arrested, fortunately. There you go. Is that better? Is that more Assassin's Creed? See, I wouldn't mind being an assassin. At least that way I could go around and do that without being caught. The thing is, guys, I'm honoured. I'm honoured that each and every one of you joined in and been here and talked. It's a big ask these days for people to get involved. Spazzo, that's terrible. No, it's not running. The power's off. It's too fat. Thanks, Danny. See, that's the only problem. Don't get the answer you want. Doesn't work. Oh my god. You guys with bad jokes. Thank you, THC. Oh shit. I'm hitting stuff. Insomniac, you could have just sent me a picture. Would have been easier. The thing is, guys, I know where each and every one of you are. And that's why I kind of wanted to do the video. So, like I said to Next, it's the first time I've actually wanted to do a video since I finished. Sorry, only a few more hours to wait then. Because this way... Yeah, if you pay him enough, THC, like, he sends nudes. I can join you. He's pretty cheap, THC. Check, I'll just send you a bag of pennies. You have to send nudes to Insomniac if you want to join the movie night. That's definitely not me, mate. Sorry. This will. So guys, everyone said pretty much the same thing. Keep your head held high and keep going. What happens if you can't keep your head held high? Leave my fucking beard alone. Beard's awesome. Plus, as you can tell, it doesn't particularly grow as a full beard. It kind of just does its own thing and it needs trimming. Well, we have talked about this in Insomniac. I will come over at some point. Just need money. And without a job at the minute, that's pretty hard. This week I got paid £177. 50 of that's already gone over to my son. THC depends where you live. So I live in kind of middle of England, so I'll be going that way. So if you're anywhere on the way, I could potentially give you a lift. But the idea is like a few of the YouTubers are going to meet up. Insomniac, I'd rather you not sort me out, thank you. Oh, okay, so you're only like THC. You're about like an hour south of me, I think. I think it's about an hour. I used to travel to London for fireproofing when I worked down there. That was fun. No worries, Spazzo, take it easy. American and Scottish, never heard that combination before. So what does everyone think about, like, the anger side? Gareth, smoking for one, especially all the shit I'm dealing with. Americans and noobs. God. Okay, can we not get into a discussion about countries and stuff now? I'm the chill one. I've always been fairly chilled out. People don't like me when I get angry, apparently. Isn't that right, Danny? Geronimo, I'll take it to your face. I love Americans, but Jesus Christ, sometimes they need to learn English. That's what they need to do. Not replace everything. Oh, that doesn't work for us. Let's change that. No, that's not how it works. It's English language. Yeah, you could probably do that, THC. We need one of those. But Americans are noobs. You see, I wouldn't mind feeling empty right now. Like, I felt empty before. And sometimes it feels a lot better than the way I'm feeling a lot of the time. Danny doesn't like when I get angry. Like when I had that piece of crap that came into my stream, and I had to finish it because I got that angry. She was like, "I don't like that." I think the main reason people don't like me being angry is because they don't see it very often. That, and I've had to control it a lot since I've grown up. I don't think you were there, Insomniac. Basically, we had a, well, I would say human being, but they're not. They're not a human being. Basically, he came into the stream, and his first words were, "I think all women should have their uteruses cut out and their throats slit," and then promptly was next message was how they should be raped and all kinds of shit. And I said, well, instantly, you're done. Okay, because one, the R word is instantly bannable in my games, any of my streams. Okay, it's horrible, it's disgusting, and anyone that does it should be punished one way or another. But two, the way he spoke about women in general was on another level, and it's the one time that I've ever been like, okay, I need to leave. Hey Jerry, how you doing? So I need to calm down, I need to vent, because I can't vent the way I want to, because if I vent the way I want to, it's only going to end badly. Okay, now for those that don't know me massively well, when I was a kid I had massive anger issues, like literally fits of rage where it was almost a blackout. And after years and years of learning to control it and focusing it, I managed to calm it down. However, if I ever go back to that place, I'm not going back out of it, and it's something that I don't want anyone to ever have to witness. Like, I've had bouts where I've lost control, and 9 times out of 10 it's to people I believe that fully deserve it. Broke a man's jaw because he hit a woman. Yeah, things generally like that. I am not the best person to see like doing it. If I see it, it's never happening again. So my life has been spent controlling that. And that's how you guys know the chilled out person that you see before you, mostly. Obviously there are things that trigger me, and it takes quite a lot to get back to the state that I am in, because if I don't get back to that state, then I don't like where I go. and I don't think other people would. And I don't want to lose people because they're frightened or because they're worried about what I'll do. So I lost too many people like that before, and yeah, I don't want it to go back to that. And to be fair, if I could, I'd do it to life. Fucking kick it in the nuts and show it how it feels when you get screwed with. Because life seems to think it's fun to do that to people. Or people do. And if I had my way, life wouldn't do it. Nor would people in life that think it's fun. Depends what pizza. No, you see, because no. THC may have a point because Insomniac microwave these pizzas, and that's disgusting. You have to oven cook pizza. Oven cook pizza. You don't fucking microwave shit like that. No. What's yours? Yes, he microwaves pizza. See, Insomniac might as well be American. No, thank you, Geronimo. See, I'm not the only person. Imagine microwave pizza. Like even the mini Chicago Town pizzas, like that are meant to be microwaved. I don't microwave those. I put them in the oven. But it's on the man. Oh, by the way, guys, that's my sister right there. Let's see if I can find a picture of me. Oh, found family portrait. Ready? And it's family portrait. Back when everything was okay, ish. Oh, there's another picture. I want to show you guys. So that was my granddad and my grandma, and I'm sure there's a picture in here of him at the Queen's coronation, I think. Let me just find it, if I can find it. See, Danny, that's the point. You'd put it on like an open fire. My dog is currently hiding. can't seem to find the picture. Not if you do it properly, Insomniac. No. Can't seem to find it. I swear we put it up. Ah, there. Found it. Can you see that, guys? So that is my granddad. Queen's coronation. See, and that's the man that I want everyone to remember. Not the shell of the man that he is now. What's up, cats? How you doing? The thing was, he is like, I remember the stories they used to tell me. I used to love those stories. Let me turn up the lights. Sorry, guys. You'd never see Gabe if you come to America. He'd be in like the diners and the like all you can eat places with food challenges. Because I know, yes you would, because I'd be the same. I mean, let's be honest. We said we'd go across and go see Blood when they opened their diner, so we'd have cheesecake. But yeah. So guys, the gentleman you saw in the picture, that was my granddad. The man that I will remember the way he was, not the way he is. And I hope the painkillers ease his suffering the best they can, because he doesn't deserve to suffer. No one does. But I want to thank everyone that's been here. Insomniac, are you streaming tonight? True. I don't even know what I've got to do for movie night, so. But yeah. But who knows? There may be one more video it'll probably be another live chat. That's better, Insomniac. That's better. Because I think I'm going to need you guys. Again. And unfortunately, I don't know when it's going to be. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. But it's just waiting. Because I was about to say, what's UAS? The problem is, we didn't know how long he had anyway, with the dementia and the way he was. But now, obviously, the cancer's been discovered, and with the fact that there's 2 tumours in his stomach, shortens that time down massively. So it could mean on my 31st birthday he won't be here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, because it would mean his suffering would be over. But at the same time, he wouldn't be here anyway. My 31st is on the 1st of January. On New Year's Day, baby. But yeah, the fact he might not be here, the fact that you've got to remember who he was, rather than how I see him now every time I do go see him. Yeah. I swear Wiccan is a type of witch. Insomniac. Just saying. It'd be more wood people, aren't they? Not nomads. They move around. What is it? What I'm trying to think of, guys? You'll just... What are the people that don't have... Oh my gosh. No. What are the people that live with no modern technology? Amish, that's the ones. Thank you, Danny. They live in, like, the woods and shit and don't have any technology. Then they beat you to it, Insomniac. Yeah. I can make fire. Ready? I'll use this one. You can see it. See, look, ready? Fire. See, I can make fire. See? Yeah, exactly. I can make fire with wood as well. Jesus Christ, I'm not fucking invalid. And I can make rabbit traps. I know, Geronimo. Insomniac, we've talked about this. We should just buy an island, make our own community, and just do it that way. Well, if we all stick together, guys, £70,000 should be able to buy us a nice island. See, I can build stuff, I can hunt, I can fish, so I can do all that. I'd be pretty useful. When I was invited, so... But guys, for everyone out there going through tough times, missing people that you love for whatever reason, whether they're no longer with us or they're away, know that they always love you, no matter what. Because love is the greatest thing by much. Okay. But I think I am going to end the video there, guys. Don't want to do any more crying tonight. May jump on a game for a bit. But guys, thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in. Obviously, I may see you all again soon, depending what happens in the future and how long it is. But I know you guys are there, and I'll message people if I need to. But as always, guys, love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. I will speak to you all again soon. For now, till next time comes calling when I need to talk and rant or make me laugh, I shall leave you to your evenings, afternoons, mornings, depending on wherever you are. Okay, guys. Much love, everyone. Take care. Expendable one. Saying bye-bye.